Okay, good night, and we have returned to 1524 La Vista Drive, second floor, Decatur, Georgia, USA, and we are on Cme, and yours truly, dolphygilpin, with his Am'z5x12mipca in the IPCA mode application. All right, so far we have generated chemical structures and pharmacochemical structures enhanced by our Am'z5x12mipca, and the two that we have done so far are amoxicillin and chlorinated potassium, which is compounded into an antibiotics augmentin. And the next one was palmidronic acid or palmidronate. Now here we have drug, which is a very popular one. Some places called the wonder drug. Aspirin, which is a brand name, and pharmacochemical name or generic name, acetylsalicylic acid. And we have drawn here the structure, the chemical structure. As we have said, we are going to generate some chemical structure enhanced by our Am'z5x12mipca. And here we have now the chemical structure of this acetylsalicylic acid, or aspirin as it is known by, more popular. We have the carboxylic acid group here with the oxygen and a double bonded to this benzene portion here, to this hexagon ring, and the hydrogen there. And you have this benzene ring here with alternate double bond, and oxygen, double bonded oxygen, and this methyl group here. And the whole thing here is called an ester group, and this is the carboxylic acid group, and this is the benzene ring. Acetylsalicylic acid. And so once again, we come over here and we also name now the bonds here in the benzene ring. Starting from here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this portion here, plus the hydroxyl group here, is called the phenol, the phenol group, or the phenol portion. And the benzene ring plus the hydroxylic group is the phenol portion, and the carboxylic group is here. The benzene ring is also called the aromatic portion. Now, when we have generated our 5x12 matrix, we see a lot of these configuration here, like an ACY, and we in particular didn't name it or anything like that. We just did a lot of calculation in the physical sense, because these pluses here represent digits that were found in the configuration, in the economic consideration. Now it's in the pharmacochemical configuration, ACY. And we could still adapt the middle one, a C11, to further differentiate it, because there will be a lot of compound that, as you know, the ACY, a lot of compound that will have close abbreviation, and so we could further differentiate the middle one by C11 or C2 or S2 in this case. SP could also be for aspirin in this consideration. Now, acetylsalicylic acid or aspirin contain 3 groups: the carboxylic acid group, the functional group RCOOH, the ester functional group R-0CO-R, right? And the aromatic group or the benzene group. And it's used now for fever, mild to moderate pain, and conditions such as muscles ache, toothaches, and common cold, headaches. Also used to reduce pain and swelling in conditions such as arthritis. It is one of the NSAID or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and it's also a salicylate. Now, low doses of aspirin are used to prevent blood clots, which reduces the risk of stroke and heart attack. But aspirin should not be used for cardiovascular condition, except under the supervision of a doctor. So it should not be used for cardiovascular condition except advised or directed by a doctor. And too much aspirin can cause hemorrhage because it is used as a blood thinner, and if we thin the blood too much, it could cause hemorrhage of the organs, cardiovascular organs, hemorrhage in the blood vessels in the chest. It's also called chest pain or angina pectoris. And this pediatric characteristic now, aspirin can pass into the breast milk, and therefore don't breastfeed while taking aspirin, because this aspirin can pass into the breast milk and cause complication to the child. So here we have now one case again of our Am'z5x12m in IPCA mode. Notice that this is still implicit for what the Am'z5x12 being an amazing 5x12 matrix in the implicit pharmacochemical application mode. So as I've stipulated that we'll be generating random chemical structures enhanced by our Am'z5x12 MIPCA, and these abbreviations should not be taken as permanent abbreviation, but for this case of demonstrating, we say ACY could be acetylsalicylic acid, ACY, to project now the configuration, the pharmacochemical configuration here. These would be like 8 digits in precision, and most of the time you will use like 2, so this could be like 500 milligram of ACI would represent as 500.00000, right? But these in general represent digits for precision, significant digits for precision. So once again, we have said now that we will be generating now chemical structures or pharmacochemical structures enhanced by our Am'z5x12 MIPCA. And in this case, we have generated a popular drug called a wonder drug, aspirin, which is acetylsalicylic acid, and it is used in these cases as an OTC, but contrary to popular belief, it can also cause complications if too much of the drug is used. If too much dosage is used, or if it's used for too long, then it could cause thinning of the blood, causing hemorrhage, and also other cardiovascular complications. And therefore, the advice of a doctor should be consulted when cardiovascular conditions are implied for the use of this aspirin. But for the OTC cases, for fever, mild to moderate pain, toothaches, common cold, it can be used in moderation to bring about solutions to these over-the-counter conditions. So once again, we'll take a break and then we'll return with another chemical structure or pharmacochemical structure with chemical formulas, brief applications, and description in the Am'z5x12mipca application mode.